Good day, merry meet. My name is Glennis and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel and I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Well, with everything that is going on in this world, I wanted to touch bases with you guys on magical safety, uh, personal safety, food safety. So I kind of just decided to blend it all together, so to speak. And I also wanted to show you a new product I'm offering. This is absolutely for sale, but I'll get to that in a minute. Now, as some of you guys know, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of medieval times and the plague. I have actually um, read quite a bit on it and just taken in as much information as possible, and which is where I come to for Thieves Vinegar. Now, I know that you guys have seen the recipes online, and I'm not going to bore you with a story about, each thief had to bring, and, you know, uh, but I would like to say that the concoctions that I have seen online, I really find very doubtful that that is the true original Four Thieves Vinegar recipe. I have, like I said, I've done a bit of reading, and the recipe that I have seen and read has actually quite a bit of baneful and poisonous herbs in it, and which is why I'm reluctant to even discuss it here, and I absolutely won't, because I think there might be too much confusion with people, because I have three different versions here of Thieves Vinegar. So you don't want anyone to get confused with, oh, do I have a tablespoon of this one or a tablespoon of this one? I don't know. So, so that's why I absolutely do have my magical Four Thieves Vinegar, and it has this not all of the same ingredients that everyone else here on YouTube has. I absolutely do put poisonous herbs in mine in honor of Hecate. But it has really the same basic things: garlic, of course, which soaks up a lot of negativity, chili peppers, cloves, peppercorns. I've got sage in here. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff in here. And yes, this is absolutely wonderful for banishing. It is, I find it most useful, especially for clients, if they can either, get it from you or make it themselves, but to strain this, pour this in a spray bottle, especially if you think that maybe some hot foot powder or some kind of banishing or baneful powder concoction has been sprinkled for your path, your car's path, anything like that. Spray this on, and it will absolutely negate a baneful concoction, a hexing powder, whatever it is that you want to call it. It absolutely will neutralize that in a hurry. This is absolutely wonderful for a door dressing. By a door dressing, I mean, again, spraying it on your door, wiping it down, windowsills, things like that. It's absolutely imperative to use to get rid of, maybe if you're practicing, or if you think you've practiced and you think something negative is lulling about, this absolutely will get rid of it and protect you at the same time, which is why I put sage in here as well. Now I have made this version of Thieves Vinegar. I've made it a little bit different. I've made this one, now this one is just simply for magical. So we'll just set this one right aside. It's absolutely nothing but magical works. This one you can absolutely use for magic, But this one, if you are not feeling quite well, uh, it has all the necessary ingredients to make you feel better. Again, it's got cloves, and thankfully, with the weather changing, I've got some fresh herbs in containers, so I've got my fresh herbs happening again, and I'm happy about that. But yeah, this is, you could probably use this, as a vinaigrette, something like that. This is a very kind and gentle. Is garlic and peppercorns and sage and rosemary and thyme, and let's see what else if I put in here. Just wonderful, wonderful things. Nothing absolutely baneful at all in this. So if you want to just open it right up, take a tablespoon. If you're not feeling well, take a tablespoon. And I think most people are recommending 2 or 3 times a day. Again, vinegar will absolutely make you feel so, so much better. But this is apple cider vinegar, as well as in my magical Thieves vinegar. And what I have here is what I call lovingly is my bougie Thieves vinegar. Um, this is absolutely for, again, if you want to use it as a vinaigrette on a salad, on chicken or steak or something like that. And again, if you just want to use this to have a tablespoon or 2 during the day, just to kind of, in a way, during this time of germs mulling about everywhere, just in a way of hedging your bets, do you know? Um, but this is actually what, and it's got some fresh lavender. Everything absolutely is fresh, organic in here. Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful ingredients. But there's rosemary, there's fresh lavender, garlic, a few other lovely, lovely things. But what I've got, and what I'm really so, so proud of, is my Thieves oil. Now, again, I know I mentioned it Monday, but I'll bear repeating myself. Uh, there is absolutely no carrier oil in this. It is all essential oil. And what I've done is, when this was made up, now all of these vinegars were made up 2 months ago because, I mean, there was a little bit of a warning. If you keep up with the news, if read, there was warnings coming out about this, but be that as it may. So I've made little teeny tiny bottles of the same concoction, same ingredients, and there's mint in here. And so I'm going to actually sell these as sets. So now with the oil, what you can do, if you want to use this as just a room freshening spray, if you want to use this to wipe your kitchen counters with, all you have to do is, definitely you cannot use this full strength, but maybe 6 drops to half a bottle of water, and the other half 91% alcohol, a few drops of this. Again, just to freshen your room up a little bit. You can spray it on kitchen counters or in the bathroom if you want. And it's a great, great astringent, a great cleansing, purifying properties. You can also put a few drops of this if you have a diffuser. The smell is wonderful. It smells very, very strong when you open this, but once you put it in a diffuser, it's just absolutely lovely. You could mix a few drops, again, not too much. You can mix a few drops of this in some jojoba oil for massage if you have some sore muscles or tired, sore feet. It's actually wonderful for tired muscles and things like that. It's got really wonderful, wonderful properties to it. And I've made myself some notes here. I'm going right into something else, and I'll just set this aside. But you guys, this is going to be up on eBay, and if you're interested in it, send me an email. This, and the reason I call it bougie, I never did explain that, is because I used white wine vinegar in here. I wanted to make it to where you could put it on salads or your meat, or if you just wanted to take a tablespoon of it, then you would know all you have to do. So if you start to run low, just add a little bit more white wine vinegar and just, keep it in the fridge and you're good to go. Very, very good for your throat. Very, very good for your head. Keeps you good and clear. But what I wanted to actually speak to you about, and I made myself some notes, is vinegar. Just plain vinegar. With everything that's going on, I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys. I know everyone's worried about, hand sanitizing and cleaning your house. And a lot of people have been concerned about when they go grocery shopping and, they're looking at the fresh produce, the fresh fruits and vegetables, and they're going, do I dare? Do I really dare? So there's something I've written down, and I'll get to this in a second, but let me get my glasses on. Marion Nestle, a professor of nutrition at NYU, is saying to be 100% safe eating fresh produce, follow the letter P rules. Only eat foods that are piping hot. Only eat foods that are peeled. So in other words, if you go grocery shopping and you see cabbage, lettuce, anything with outer leaves, as soon as you get home, as soon as you get inside, peel the outer leaves and throw them away quickly, and put either your lettuce and or your cabbage or whatever it is that you have in your colander and give it a quick rinse. Okay. And purified. Now, they did not explain purified, but I have my own version. And packaged. If something is packaged, I'm not saying it's 100% safe. This is what they are saying is 100% safe. I'm kind of on the fence about that. Is it purified because it's packaged? I don't know. I have my doubts. But what I do and what I've been doing since I've had grandchildren, which has been years ago, a lot of years ago, I have actually a grandson who is a teenager. But anyway, what I do is if I'm buying grapes or zucchini, anything that I can that I'm going to consume that I can't peel, I have a very, very large stainless bowl, and it's kind of, I remember it by the same equation of making my own hummingbird food: 4 cups water to 1 cup of vinegar. And with hummingbird food, it's 4 cups water to 1 cup of sugar. And that way, I just make a very, very large bowl. If I bring grapes in, if I bring zucchini in, whatever it is that I bring in that I feel like, and I look at and I go, cucumbers, I'm not going to peel those right away. I mean, I'm trying to be realistic, but absolutely vinegar will do the trick. And some people say, well, you have to add lemon to that equation. I never have. I certainly don't want to. Now, some of you may buy lemons regularly. I don't buy lemons regularly, but certainly, and you don't want to have to go out and, shop just to buy lemon to wash your fruits and vegetables, but you can use maybe, bottled. And I know some of you say, oh, that's different than fresh. Yes, I know it's different than fresh, but I've never actually had to use that in my mind. Cleaning my fruits and vegetables, it was always vinegar and water. So absolutely make the time to, when you get in from grocery shopping, that's the first thing you should do, is throw away those nasty plastic bags, or throw them away, or just throw them away. And if you don't feel comfortable soaking your grapes and whatever in a, at least get a spray bottle with this concoction and spray it on there. That will at least disinfect it a little bit, a little bit. I will, and from my understanding, from my research and from my reading, they are saying to soak fruits and or vegetables 4 to 1 for 20 minutes. But this is not to disinfect it. This is to remove the remnants of things like DDT and insecticides and things like that, and rinse, 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 and dry with either paper towels or a very, very clean tea towel. And of course, make sure your fridge is clean. But as far as viruses and germs and things like that, you shouldn't have to soak this 20 minutes. It should be just a good dunk and a good going over. Now, I have actually let my grapes soak maybe 5 minutes, and just honestly pulling grapes out of the water, you would be surprised at what comes off of grapes. Ew, ew. So yes, absolutely. Any more. And this goes for melons, because some of you, probably all of you, don't know, several years ago, and of course I was alone, living alone, and I went to, I won't say the name of the store, and I bought a cantaloupe. I mean, it was in season. And so I thought nothing of it. I didn't wash it, didn't do anything, and I cut it up, and of course I ate cantaloupe, and I got food poisoning. I absolutely did. And that was simply from the act of, and I was very ill. And that was simply from the act of the knife going through whatever was on the outer skin of the cantaloupe, went right through, and I became very, very ill. So absolutely, anymore, you have to think of the fruit and or vegetable in its entirety. So as onerous as it might seem, absolutely, definitely wash, wash, and wash again, and then rinse some more. So that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, then feel free. But absolutely give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Please, guys, stay safe, stay happy, and stay magical. Merry part, and I absolutely so hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.